Now we're gonna go over the different types of high steps, okay? So we have the basic high step, right? It kind of looks like one of those hip opener warm-ups that you start when you start classes, opening up the hips. This is literally the main basic high step, the main one. And if I go into Robbie's guard, look, he goes De La Riva, look, same thing, big high step, right? If I go into just a sitting guard, same thing, high step. Always to remember, when one leg's in the air, one leg's on the ground. So make sure, be aware that any attacks that he might throw are gonna be on the remaining leg, if he is that reactive enough. Some people will just follow the leg that I'm stepping, right? So let's say like, he comes up for a single leg. There's a couple different high steps here too. There's the kick out in the face, right? One thing about that one though, I see a lot of people when they do this kick out, they do it very lazily and it leaves them prone to my opponent chasing the back or a takedown just because I wasn't aware and I'm being too lazy. So look, this is what usually people do. So I want you to chase on the leg when I high step out. And just chase me, right? Just because my hands aren't up, Robbie's still on my leg. My high step just proved ineffective. He's still on my leg, right? So one thing that you gotta do is anticipate the chase when we're doing the kick spin out. So always keep a hand up. If I'm kicking this way, I can't keep this hand up. In the beginning I do, but notice if I'm here, if I try to stiff arm with this same hand, he's still gonna beat me and come on my leg. So you gotta make sure that you use your other hand to make sure that it's there before your torso is. So I'm coming here, I kick out, look, my other hand is there before I even square up. So now I have a chance to start sprawling, framing, keeping distance, maybe finding a new angle to avoid his counter, right? So if you're gonna do the kick out high step, make sure we always have a hand up. Because just because that I have this hand up, I'm giving myself time to plan accordingly, figure out what counter I'm about to do, what kind of move he's gonna do, instead of just letting him come up, so just chase me, right? Like now he's kind of maybe putting me down on my hip, etc. So always keep a hand up. So that's the kick and face with the hand up, right? Notice how even when I go back to my normal stance, I'm keeping a hand up, just always keeping that distance. Because if he's shooting, I wanna make sure I'm above him and I can start snapping down guillotines, etc. Okay? Now we have the Heisman, just go sitting there, okay? So I'm here to sit up. So we got the Heisman, right? With this one, it's just a kick and a replace, right? That's it. Maybe he's coming up for a single leg kick, replace. Trying to keep that hand up, okay? Kick, replace, Heisman. Now I'm not necessarily kicking and spinning. I'm keeping that same angle. I'm just getting my foot free just so I can be neutral. Now I'm not saying run away and use this just so this is the only game. This is just coming into play whenever maybe my opponent has caught me slipping. He's on my legs already. Instead of me sprawling and doing all that, what if I can just reset and get my leg out of there and enter again on my own terms? So that's the concept behind high stepping. We're not necessarily trying to evade. We're just trying to create new opportunities for us to attack and put my opponent in really crappy situations, making him react big. Okay, and then we have the guard work, more guard work high steps. We have the high step through, right? Just stepping a knee on belly, things like that. Go sitting guard. Can literally happen anywhere, right? Let's say we have De La Riva. We got high steps. We got high steps from De La Riva with angles to north-south, right? Instead of just stepping laterally, right? We can actually just step more closer to north-south to make him react, and maybe we get a good angle to start getting these north-south positions, right? Which is always good. Which also makes your opponent turn into you, allowing you to get on the head, okay? And then we also have small little high steps as well. Let's say I'm in like a nice reverse De La Riva, right? And he's trying to like play with this leg. Instead of me putting a bunch of pressure and knee cutting, what if I just put my hands heavy over here and just step over? Step over. He goes for butterfly hook with this foot. Butterfly hook. Just stepping over. Instead of having to worry about all the entanglements, just keeping my body heavy over here allows my leg to be light. I can literally put my foot anywhere, right? So when these inversions are appearing in your passing, invert all the way. Look, my hands and knees are heavy. Look, high step, just a little. And now look where I'm at. Start playing guard. Just keeping these foot away. Look at his biceps. Maybe I'm gonna trap with my legs. Use your legs to pass, guys. Everyone's always trying to use their hands, which is great, but don't forget about your legs.